Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive on some seriously cool ways to make money online.
I'm Candy,
I'm Jeff.
and Jeff and I are both bloggers,
Yeah.
and I think we're both fascinated by just
Oh yeah.
all the creative ways that people are generating income online these days.
Absolutely.
It's like the Wild West out there.
It is the Wild West out there.
Yeah,
So today we're going to be unpacking some real cool strategies from our research.
right.
We've got this intriguing system called the Free E-Traffic system by FD Marketing.
Uh-huh.
We've got a bunch of blog posts on a bunch of different ways to generate income online.
Yeah.
So we're talking everything from SEO
Yeah.
to content marketing
Yeah.
to some really, really unique platforms that we'll explore later in the show.
Yeah, and you know what's really fascinating to me is that the internet has really just completely leveled the playing field.
Yeah.
You don't need a fancy office.
Right.
You don't need a ton of startup capital. It's really about leveraging the power of the online world to create a sustainable income stream.
Okay, so let's jump right into this free traffic system.
Okay.
I have to admit, the name itself is a little bit of a hook.
Uh-huh.
Who doesn't love the idea of free traffic flooding their website?
Right.
But I'm a little skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really possible to get a significant amount of traffic without spending a dime?
Well, I mean, the system doesn't promise overnight miracles or anything like that, but
Right.
it does lay out a really solid framework for attracting visitors
Mm-hmm.
without having to rely on paid advertising.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's all about strategically combining social media, SEO, and content marketing.
So it's not about some secret loophole or
Yeah.
some magical trick.
Not at all, no.
Okay.
It's all about creating valuable content that's really going to attract your target audience.
Mm-hmm.
So think blog posts, social media updates, videos,
Yeah.
all tailored to the people that you actually want to reach.
Okay. That makes sense. You got to give people a reason to come to your site, right?
Right, exactly.
But isn't building an audience like a slow and tedious process?
It can be, yeah.
Okay.
But that's where the system part comes in.
Right.
It kind of provides that step-by-step guidance, almost like a roadmap
Uh-huh.
to help you build that consistent online presence and attract that organic traffic over time.
So it's more about having a plan and sticking to it.
Exactly. Yeah, consistency is key.
Got it.
And the great thing is it can be adapted to any niche.
Right.
So whether you're passionate about photography, travel, cooking, whatever it is,
Yeah.
you can tailor this system to your specific audience.
Speaking of attracting an audience, I think it's important to highlight the difference between paid traffic and organic traffic.
Yes.
In our research, the term organic traffic came up a lot.
Yes, it did.
Can you explain why that's so important for long-term success?
Absolutely. So paid traffic, it can give you a really quick boost, but it's almost like you're renting an audience.
Right.
As soon as you stop paying, the traffic dries up. Organic traffic, on the other hand, is like building a house.
Oh, okay.
It takes time and effort
Right.
to lay that solid foundation.
Okay.
But once you have it,
Yeah.
it can provide you with a steady stream of visitors
Oh.
for years to come.
And that foundation is built on things like SEO, right?
Yeah,
Search engine optimization.
exactly.
I know it's crucial for getting your website noticed by Google and other search engines, but it can feel so technical and overwhelming.
I hear you. SEO can definitely seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
The key is to break it down into kind of manageable steps.
Right.
So a good place to start is with keyword research.
Okay.
So, think about the words and phrases that people might actually use to search for the information
Wow.
that you're providing.
Okay.
So, for example, if you have a blog about vegan baking, you might target keywords like vegan chocolate cake recipe or easy vegan desserts.
So it's like being a mind reader trying to anticipate what people are typing into that Google search bar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
And once you know your keywords,
Uh-huh.
you can weave them naturally into your website content.
Mhm.
And this is going to help search engines understand what your site is all about
Right.
and increase your chances of ranking higher in those search results.
But isn't there a risk of going overboard with keywords?
Yeah.
I've heard of something called keyword stuffing,
Yeah.
which sounds pretty spammy.
You're right to be cautious. Keyword stuffing is a big no-no.
Yeah.
It's basically when you cram keywords into your content unnaturally,
Mhm.
it makes it sound robotic and difficult to read.
Yeah.
Search engines are getting smarter all the time.
Right.
They can very easily detect this kind of manipulation.
Okay.
Instead, just focus on creating that valuable content that your audience will actually enjoy reading.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot between optimizing for search engines
Yeah,
and creating content that appeals to humans.
absolutely. And that's where content marketing comes in. It's about creating that high-quality content that's going to attract and engage your target audience,
Right.
while also incorporating those relevant keywords to boost your SEO.
Content marketing sounds like a pretty broad term.
Yeah,
Can you give me some specific examples of what that might look like in practice?
sure. So think blog posts, social media updates, videos, infographics, ebooks, anything that provides value to your audience.
Uh-huh.
For example, let's say you have a blog about travel.
Okay.
You could create a blog post about the top 10 hidden gems in Europe, or a video showcasing your favorite travel hacks,
Wow.
or an infographic comparing the cost of traveling to different destinations.
That's a great point. You got to mix it up and offer a variety of content to keep things interesting.
Exactly, keep it fresh.
Yeah, and speaking of mixing it up, social media seems like an essential part of the equation.
It really is. Social media is a powerful tool for reaching a wider audience
Uh-huh.
and driving traffic back to your website. The key is to choose the platforms where your target audience actually hangs out
Right.
and tailor your content accordingly.
Right.
So if you're targeting a younger demographic, you might focus on platforms like TikTok and Instagram.
Mhm.
If you're targeting professionals, LinkedIn might be a better fit.
It's all about meeting your audience where they are.
Exactly.
And don't forget about video marketing.
Oh, yes.
Video content is exploding in popularity.
Good reason.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
It's engaging, it's informative,
Mhm.
and it can really help you connect with your audience on a deeper level.
I agree. Video is a fantastic way to showcase your personality, build trust, and really demonstrate your expertise.
Yeah.
Plus, platforms like YouTube and TikTok are becoming increasingly important for
Right.
driving traffic and building that online presence.
So we've covered social media.
Uh-huh.
We've covered video marketing.
Yes.
What about email marketing?
Oh, email marketing.
Is that still relevant in today's digital landscape?
Email marketing is still a powerhouse.
Okay.
It's a direct line of communication with your audience. It's a great way to build relationships, promote your products or services, and drive traffic back to your website.
So it's like your VIP club where you can offer like exclusive content and special deals.
Exactly.
with
Yeah.
Personalized recommendations.
Yeah, think of it as your inner circle.
Yeah, I love that analogy.
Yeah.
It makes email marketing feel more like a personal connection
Yeah.
than just another marketing tactic.
Yeah, for sure.
But building an email list can be a challenge, right?
It can be, but it's definitely worth the effort.
Okay.
One effective strategy is to offer a valuable lead magnet in exchange for people's email addresses.
Okay.
So this could be an ebook, a checklist, a template, or any other resource that your audience would find valuable.
So it's all about providing value in exchange for that coveted email address.
Exactly. And once you have someone's email address, you can nurture that relationship over time,
Uh-huh.
providing consistent value and building trust.
So we've talked a lot about content creation,
Yeah.
but we haven't really dived into the technical side of SEO yet.
Right.
Can you give us a quick rundown of some other important SEO factors besides keyword research?
Sure. One important factor is on-page optimization.
Okay.
So this is all about making sure your website content is structured in a way that search engines can easily understand and index.
Mm-hmm.
So it includes things like using relevant keywords in your page titles and headings,
Okay.
optimizing your images with what's called alt text,
Right.
and making sure your website is mobile friendly.
Mobile friendly is key.
Absolutely.
Everyone's on their phone these days, so if your website looks clunky on a small screen, people are just going to bounce right off.
Yeah, you're going to leave.
I've also heard about something called technical SEO.
Yes.
Can you shed some light on that?
So technical SEO is all about the behind-the-scenes stuff
Okay.
that makes your website run smoothly and efficiently.
Right.
So this includes things like making sure your website loads quickly, having a secure connection HTTPS,
Right.
and submitting a sitemap to search engines so they can crawl and index your pages effectively.
Sounds like a lot to keep track of.
It can be.
But I guess it's all part of creating a positive user experience,
Yes,
which is ultimately what Google and other search engines care about.
exactly. Search engines want to provide their users with the best possible results.
Right.
So they're going to favor websites that are well optimized, informative, and
Yes.
easy to navigate.
And that brings us to another important SEO factor, backlinks.
Yes, backlinks.
Can you explain why backlinks are so important?
So backlinks are like votes of confidence from other websites.
Okay.
When a reputable website links to your content, it tells search engines that your site is trustworthy and worth checking out.
Okay.
And this can significantly boost your search rankings.
So it's not just about the content on your own website,
Right.
but it's also about the connections you build with other websites in your niche.
Yes, it's like networking, but online. Exactly.
But aren't some backlinks better than others?
Yes.
I've heard that getting links from spammy or irrelevant websites can actually hurt your SEO.
You're absolutely right. Quality matters when it comes to backlinks.
Let's take a step back and reflect on what we've learned so far.
Yeah, good idea.
What are some key takeaways that our listeners should keep in mind as they explore these unconventional revenue streams?
I think one of the most important takeaways is that you don't need to have it all figured out to get started.
Right.
It's okay to experiment, try different things, and see what works for you.
That's such a great point.
Mhm.
It's all about embracing the journey and learning as you go.
Exactly.
What else should our listeners keep in mind?
Don't be afraid to niche down.
Okay.
It's tempting to try to appeal to everyone,
Right.
but focusing on a specific niche can really help you stand out from the crowd
Yeah,
and attract a more engaged audience.
that's great advice. It's better to be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond.
Exactly.
Or else.
Build relationships.
Okay.
And networking is essential in any business,
Uh-huh.
but it's especially important in the online world. So
Right.
connect with other bloggers,
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
influencers in your niche.
It's all about creating a supportive community.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask for help.
Right.
There are tons of resources available online and offline,
Yeah.
from mentors to online courses to mastermind groups.
We all need a little help along the way.
We do.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We
We've explored the fundamentals of SEO and content marketing, delved into some specific unconventional revenue streams,
Yeah,
and even touched on the importance of mindset and community.
absolutely.
It's been a great discussion, and I'm so excited to see what our listeners create.
Me too.
So, Candy, we've unearthed some serious gems on thousandsofffranchises.com,
We
and
have.
I'm feeling super inspired.
I know, me too.
This website is like a playground for entrepreneurial spirits.
It's incredible to see so many unconventional paths to success all laid out like this.
Yeah, from photography to Forex,
Eh,
there's something here for everyone.
Absolutely.
What I love is that these options break the mold of the traditional 9-to-5 job.
Right.
It's all about leveraging your passions and skills
Mm,
to create a business that aligns with your values and your lifestyle.
exactly. It's about taking control of your financial future
Yeah.
and designing a career that fits your unique goals and aspirations.
And one thing that really struck me is how accessible these opportunities are.
Yeah.
You don't need a ton of capital or experience to get started.
Right.
With a little bit of research and a lot of hustle,
Uh-huh.
anyone can tap into these unconventional revenue streams.
Absolutely. The internet has leveled the playing field.
Right.
It's all about leveraging the power of technology and digital marketing
Yeah.
to reach your target audience and build a sustainable income stream.
So for all of our listeners out there who are ready to dive deeper into these unconventional revenue streams,
Yes.
where should they go?
Head over to thousandsofffranchises.com.
Thousandsofffranchises.com.
It's a fantastic resource for exploring a wide range of opportunities,
Yeah.
from established franchises to those more niche businesses.
They've got tons of information, including articles, blog posts, and even podcasts
Yes,
to help you make informed decisions.
absolutely. And don't be afraid to reach out to the businesses directly.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Most of them are happy to answer questions and provide more information about their opportunities.
That's a great point. It's all about building those relationships
Yeah,
and gathering as much information as possible before you make any decisions.
exactly. And remember,
Yeah.
starting a business is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but don't let that discourage you.
It's all part of the learning process.
Exactly.
And the rewards are well worth the effort.
They are.
So to wrap things up, what's one final piece of advice you would give to our listeners who are ready to embark on their own unconventional entrepreneurial adventures?
Believe in yourself.
Okay.
You have unique talents and skills that the world needs.
Hmm.
Don't be afraid to share your gifts and create something amazing.
That's such a powerful message.
Mm.
So for all our listeners out there who are ready to break free from the traditional 9-to-5 grind
Yes,
and create a life of freedom and fulfillment,
absolutely.
remember this. The most unconventional revenue stream of all
Uh-huh.
might just be the one that you create yourself.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
love that.
All right, Candy, thanks for joining me on this deep dive into unconventional revenue streams.
It's been a pleasure, Jeff.
And to all of our listeners out there, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.